Welcome back for the very special edition, our first special edition of Games, Broadcast, and Bullshit by Nick and Wendy. I am Wendy. That's Nick over there. You say hello, Nick.
Hello. How are we doing today? Welcome,
How are we doing today?
Welcome to this special episode. We got a good one going on.
This is a special on Gamescom. Gamescom was last week and wrapped up on this past Thursday. It was awesome. So we're gonna. It's all about the games, you know.
Yes.
Our podcast is GBBS, and we put the G first. You know, like we are all about games because gaming is more than pixels on a screen, a card in a deck, or a roll of the dice. Gaming has a unique way of bringing us all together, forming communities, and making those memories that will last forever and laughs that will never die down. So gaming is at the core of what we do here at the podcast, and it's kind of our sun. Like all of our content revolves around gaming, and I feel like gamers. There's a stigma around gamers that we're lazy and we don't want to do anything. But I think the people I really feel sad for are the people who haven't played a game because it's a lot of entertainment and you meet a lot of really awesome people. And, for $24, I've gotten almost 3,000 hours out of one game. And where can you find more entertainment that cheap? So with all that said and done, welcome to the special episode of GBBS.
With games too, like even more recently, with some events that happen in the world, gaming has become way more popular. And what the heck will we have to do, to stay happy and I guess busy and motivated and stuff to do something, being stuck at our house, right? Like if you're stuck in your house, you can't go outside. You're basically locked in. You can't go anywhere and do the things you used to be able to do.
We were literally locked in for several weeks.
Video games were there, right? So
yeah,
thank God for video games, right?
Thank God for video games. Yeah. I have had a love for video games ever since I played the original NES when I was about 5 years old, and I've been a champion, a big huge fan of them ever since. But yeah. Without any more say to do, why don't we just dig right in and start talking about these game titles that were brought up on Gamescom? Nick, what you got for me?
All right, so right off the bat, I want to talk about a really good game. I want to throw something really good out there.
We're gonna roll up our sleeves and dig right in.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about Liza P.
Oh yes.
I'm going to throw that right off the bat because that looks like such an incredible game. And just a reminder and little heads up for people, all right? We're not going to just go over all the announcements at Gamescom, all right? We're not going to go through all the Gamescom stuff. We're going to basically pick out what we what grabbed our attention, what we like, and it might have even been talked about or, released as a trailer or something many months ago, but maybe it was brought up again at Gamescom. So we're just going to run through the list of things that, we liked to see from the whole Gamescom, I guess. Exactly.
And Lies of P is a really great place to start because I think it is very promising. If they deliver, it has like Game of the Year vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it could be really, really incredible.
So Liza P has like a Victorian steampunkish kind of atmosphere to it with all the buildings and stuff. And it's a story inspired by Pinocchio, which I think would be a very interesting story. And the story told in this game can be incredible, has potential to be a very good storyteller.
The way it was put at Gamescom, I don't know if it was in the trailer or if one of the developers commented on it, but they basically said the more lies P tells, the more human he becomes. And I found that incredible. Like, what an amazing, base to build a game on. And it's beautiful stylistically. And I can't wait whether I play it or watch someone play it. I'm really excited about this game.
I'm going to be playing this one the day it comes out. We don't have a release date for it yet. I think sometime 2023. So we still got some time before this game comes out. But looking at the trailer and everything, it was giving me Dishonored vibes the most. Based on games I've played in the past, it was giving me Dishonored vibes. And I actually played Dishonored 2 earlier this year. And that was an incredible game. The only thing, you know, I'm not very good at stealth games. So I hope this is not a stealth game. I don't think it's supposed to be.
Hopefully it's just stealth optional and you can kind of play your own way, so to speak.
But yeah, no, that's my game right off the top, and that's what I'm going to be really looking forward to next year. So
it is a gorgeous game, and it's I think it's definitely going to turn some heads. And like I said, if they deliver it, they could be Game of the Year for 2023.
Yeah, that or is probably going to be bouncing between that and like Hogwarts Legacy or something. So
yeah, let's go right into Hogwarts Legacy. It will be out February 10th of 2023. Really a game I've been excited for a long time now.
I know we've talked about it on a couple podcasts.
Yes,
already.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. This is not the first time we've talked about this game on this podcast. It did get a release delay. It was going to be coming in December of this year, but unfortunately got pushed back to February of 23.
Totally cool.
With all that said, that's fine with me. You know, I'd rather have a game that's finished and that's good than to release something that's full of bugs and doesn't work. So
right. So there was actually more gameplay released during Gamescom. There was another trailer, I think, that was released on there. And pre-orders are now open. If, you know, for some reason you want to pre-order a game, all right, I'm going to judge you. All right. I'm going to judge you. Because if you're pre-ordering a game... Like, how many months? 6 months in advance. Come on now. Come on.
I thought, when I heard that they were taking pre-orders, I was like, wow, that's jumping the gun a little bit. But the Potterhead universe is mass and enormous, and I am sure that they have already made a ton of money on this already. So, because I know I'll be getting it. They do have several different versions that are coming out. They've got the digital version, of course, and then like a deluxe version, and then like there's a premium thing that you get like a statue and a wand and all this cool stuff. So yeah, depending on how you know want to get the game, you know, you do you boo lifestyle. If you want that $100 premium deluxe that gets a wand and I think some kind of a statue or something, you know, go for it.
Something like that. I didn't really look too much into it because, you know, I was like, another collector's edition. I've never gotten a collector's edition for a game.
I'm pretty sure I even talked about all the different methods of this game in an earlier podcast.
Right.
I can't wait to dive back into the Potter universe. It's going to be well before Harry was born, well before his parents were even alive, and it's gonna be set in like the 1800s, like I think early 1800s. So it's gonna be really, really interesting to see, you know, what this world is like, was like before, you know, there was any mention of the most famous wizard ever in the world, you know.
I need to go back. I need to look at some of this, like the gameplay again, or some of these videos, because I'm kind of sitting here and wondering, have they set themselves up and talked about like maybe more games like after Hogwarts Legacy, or is this just a
standalone? I think they would be stupid not to, because unless the game is just absolutely horrible, I don't see how this game flops, just because the Potterverse is so huge, and we are always craving more, you know, mystery and magic and storytelling. So
yeah,
I would think this would lead to more games. I would ultimately love to see a you know, the magical world that J.K. Rowling created. I would love to see that in an MMO type setting, because I think that would be freaking awesome.
Hell yeah.
So, you know, that may be something on the burner that they're thinking about and looking about. Maybe they're using this to gauge, you know, how interesting a video game built around this magical world can be. But I don't think they have any worries. I think it's going to be a success.
Hopefully. I'm excited to play it and jump into it and check it out. I'm actually was very in love with the Harry Potter movies, and I was trying to watch them again because you know, there's a lot of details and stuff I've missed out on. So I wanted to watch the movies all over again. I made it to the third one. But also I want to read the books. So, you know, I'm going to be taking a big dive into the Hogwarts, you know, world. Especially with this game coming out. So I'm excited.
I've read the book several times over. And it's cliche, but the books are better than the movies. That being said,
Not
I think
cliche.
the movies hold up. Well, you know, people say that, and it's usually true 99% of the time. There was one book that I read, I can't even remember, that turned into a movie and actually liked the movie better. But anyway, I'm getting off course here. The books are better than the movies. The movies hold up. There's a few that I don't really care for, but yeah, it's such a magical world to just jump into and let your mind escape for a
Sometimes
little while. I'm really
games
excited about it.
turn out to be incredible too. Like sometimes they can even be better because you're actually taking part in the storytelling, right? You're a character going through a storyline and you're able to, you know, work your way through it and play as that character.
Right. Yeah, like that was something I was going to talk about in the opening monologue, but totally forgot. You know, where else can you take on the role of like a superhero or an athlete or a villain or, you know, whatever, and become that figure in a game and, you know, live it out, you know, and play as Spider-Man or play as a race car driver, you know. It's incredible, and it's there's nothing else like it when it comes to gaming. You can't just go out and decide I'm gonna play Spider-Man today and go around, you know. You can only do that in a video game.
Yes, like actually playing Spider-Man recently has really, you know, shown that to me. Like I've watched the movies and you know, I'm just sitting there and watching the movie. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is funny, this is great. But then I'm playing the game. And I'm in the world. I'm swinging around New York, and I'm swinging around these buildings. I'm like, this is freaking awesome, right?
You are seeing what it's like to be Peter Parker.
Yeah.
You know, you get to live that out and through the video game.
And there's so many games out there that tell such a good story, and you play the character.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited for, you know, a lot of these fun games that tell a good story.
Yeah, sticking with superheroes, Gotham Knights. There was more on Gotham Knights during Gamescom, and I know it's a game we're both looking forward to. Highly anticipated title that's going to be coming your way October 21st. It's set in the post-death of Batman, and so, you know, Robin and all of these other sidekicks step up and take care of Gotham in the mighty Batman shadow. So
the trailer that they showed at Gamescom was actually the villains trailer. Kind of showed the villains that you were gonna be up against and stuff, and you know, Harley Quinn was in there. Come on now,
Harley Quinn coming back.
Yeah, so,
it's gonna be really good.
Really good character.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that game.
Oh yeah.
Another game I'm looking forward to is called Coral Island. It is kind of a if you played Dinkum or Animal Crossing, it very much has that feel. It's just a cute little like farming sim, life sim game that's going to be coming this October 11th.
Wow, that's pretty soon, right?
Yeah, there's like a few on here that are coming here pretty soon.
Yeah, I got a few I'm looking at too. Like, you know, they're coming out either October, November, December. So we're at that time of the year, you know, the game releasing time of the year. Where you can't even keep up with games because they're just releasing faster. You can even hit play, right? So,
yeah, like makes your head spin sometime and your wallet drain. It's like, where's all my money going? Oh, that's right, I just bought like 5 new games.
Yeah, right before Christmas too, right? So really, screws you
oh
over.
yeah.
But another game.
Grandparents, get those Steam gift cards.
Yeah, help out the kids. Come on, they want all these games, right?
Go. For the kids, yeah.
Especially, you know, we go into the colder season, you know, they're going to be inside a little bit more.
Yeah.
Video game season.
Yep. Absolutely.
Which lasts 12 months of the year, right?
Absolutely. 13 months of the year, 8 days a week, 32 days out of the month.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, another game,
25 hours a day.
Kind of like Dinkum, with that, you know, survival aspect and stuff, is Lightyear Frontier. And
I'm so excited about that game.
This one got my attention because it's a mech. You play as a mech. And you can upgrade your mech. And I'm all for upgrading and building
teching
new
up.
things. Yeah, teching up. So
Exploration, resource management, and multiplayer to boot.
Yeah, co-op up to 4 players. This one looks really cool. You get to explore like a whole world, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
it very much has that like Dinka-me cartoony feel, but done in a really, really nice setting. Really beautiful world.
Yeah, you farm, and your mech has water guns that you spray the crops with. I was like, that's fantastic. I love it, right? So
yeah, I'm really glad it's gonna be multiplayer, because I think that's gonna be a lot of fun.
That one's 2023. They say the first quarter, so sometime in the springtime.
Sometime in spring, hopefully, or sooner. Let's see. Let me think. Staying on the multiplayer aspect, the game that everyone is looking forward to the most, a Goat Simulator 3.
Oh, of course.
What are the people at Coffee Stain Studios putting in their coffee? Because you were on something wicked to create this game. This game looks amazing. You play as a goat, and if you think it, I'm pretty much you can do it as a goat.
Oh yeah.
I think this game is going to be so freaking hilarious and so much fun, especially in a multiplayer realm, where you and a couple of your friends get on and you play as goats with, like, I don't know if it's going to be set up in like a mini game format, or if you just go out into an open world and do whatever you see, but
I'm pretty sure how it is. It's open world with mini games or something in there. So
there you go.
It's a really awesome experience. I've actually personally never really played Goat Simulator 1 or 2.
Neither have I. Was there a 2? I thought they just went from 1 to 3.
Well,
like kind of.
There's a second one, I think. But
oh.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's 2. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to get a small group of friends on this thing, have a couple drinks, and just have a great time, right?
Get our goat on, right?
Yeah, literally, go around, just smash things with our heads, and
go crazy. Like they have rocket packs and jet packs and all kinds of things. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So yeah,
it's one of those silly, crazy games, that you get on a Friday night with some drinks and play with your friends. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I put that on my list, and all I said on that one was yes. So
yes, yeah. Right. Like I on my list, I put Goat Simulator 3 #Goat Life. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's coming November 11th of 2022. So yeah, it'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, it's going to come out real soon. So I'm excited.
So what's another game on your list?
I want to jump into. I'm going to pull out a horror game, because I want to talk about a horror game.
Spoopy, please. All right.
I'm going to talk about Outlast Trials, because
super spoopy.
I've played the first Outlast many, many, many years ago, and I had such a fun time playing that. It was actually a scary game. I was, running away, and I was like, oh god, I gotta run, I gotta go, right? So it had me going, right? I don't get scared easy, but it had me going, and I quite enjoyed it. So I never played number 2. I want to play number 2, but the Outlast Trials is coming out sometime soon. They don't have a release date yet, but they have a closed beta date, which starts October 28th. I've signed up for it. And I want to get in and try to play it, because if I can get into the beta for October 28th, I'm hoping to play it, like stream it or something during that spooky time.
Yeah. During the spoopy season.
I was watching it with Wendy here, and she basically said that looks like Saw, and I was like, that's so true. It looks like if Saw was a game. It reminded me
a lot of Saw. Like if Saw was a game, it would be this.
Yeah. And it's co-op. You can have 4-player co-op, so you can bring 3 of your friends on. And
you're not talking me into playing this game, Nick. I'm sorry.
But yeah, like you're. It's just as it says, trials, right? You're tested. You gotta go through some tests. A
lot of blood, a lot of gore.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. So.
Yeah, so closed beta for that's at the end of October, and hopefully maybe before Christmas. Who knows? If not, sometime.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know if they have a release date on that one. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Worldless is a cute little game that caught my eye at Gamescom. It is a platformer game, but it's very actiony and adventure. I I think it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of platforms caught my eye. That may be a genre I open up to in 2023. We'll see.
Platformers are very chill kind of thing, right? You kind of go along. It's a 2D world. Some of them bring some kind of 3D aspects in, sometimes a little bit of camera change, or sometimes there's depth to the platform, but overall it's a 2D game. You basically go left to right. And they can
like
be
Mario back in the day.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. And they could be so much fun. So
it looks like a really good, I think for stepping into the 2D platformer world, that isn't a Mario, or something along those lines. I think this will be a good one, just because the cinematics of the game look incredible, and yeah. They caught my eye, so now I'm talking about it.
I think platformers are going to start doing a little bit better on Steam, because I think they play really well on a handheld device. And with the Steam Deck that's just come out and kind of gaining traction.
There you go.
Playing these platformers are going to be way easier to do. You can do it in the car. You can do it, waiting for the bus. You can do it on the bus. Anything, right? The Steam Deck's a portable device. You could play your whole Steam library on.
Go to the beach, take your Steam Deck, and play a video game right there, on the seaside,
Yeah.
With your little cute drink with an umbrella in it,
Hell yeah. Another game coming out this year is Callisto Protocol.
Ooh.
This game, oh my gosh. It has so much gore, so much shooting, so much good stuff. It looks great. It's kind of reminds me of Dead Space. Not a game I've played personally, but a game I've seen. Videos, streams. I've actually seen quite a bit of Dead Space. Very highly rated game. There was more gameplay shown at Gamescom because it was shown at Summer Game Fest. I've seen it as well.
Oh yeah, and then they showed extra at Gamescom. Right?
Yeah, there was another gameplay video. I think it was 2 minutes of just straight gameplay, and it looked awesome. You throw these zombie-looking creatures into grinders and stuff, and all sorts of gore, and it looks really fun. There's not just shooting or simple knife for close combat and stuff. It's you can actually, like I said, throw these creatures into these grinders and stuff, so it kind of gives you a little bit more variety in close combat. And I don't know, it looks really good. That's coming out December 2nd.
There you go.
So very soon.
What I found very interesting about that was after the whole blood and gore thing, they show the character in some kind of sewer or something, and he's going down these this very rapid, with the water, and then at the end, I don't think it's spoiling anything. You can go see this on YouTube, but they slice him in half, and it's oh my god. So it makes me wonder what kind of character is that going to be? Is he going to get some kind of roboto body?
Right.
It's just going to be really interesting, really, really cool.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see. But December 2nd, I'm probably more than likely going to be playing that. It looks like a really fun game, so I'll probably be playing it day one. We'll see.
Homeworld 3. A real-time strategy game in space.
I love real-time strategy games. I have not played enough of them lately, but I love them so much, and I love space. So
space is awesome. Space was always my favorite branch of science in school. It's always fascinated me. It always will. So it may even be a game I take a look at, because it does. The trailer for it looked absolutely amazing. I think it's going to be a really fantastic game.
Yeah, so Homeworld 3, it being the 3, there's been games in the past, right? I've never played Homeworld. I've actually never heard of this RTS.
Neither have I.
But I've played RTSs like Rise of Nations way back in the day. Total Annihilation, that was a really old one, way back in the day. I've played I never really got into, I think it's Age of Empires or something, I think is the other one.
That one's huge, yeah.
That one I've actually never played.
I've heard of, even, I, who tends to have her head in the sand when it comes to games beyond the simulation world, I've heard of that one.
Yeah, oh yeah. But I've also played Planetary Annihilation, which is more of a modern grab of Total Annihilation. So I love RTS games. They're great. Even what's a Halo Wars is another RTS that I've played. So I'm excited to, when this game comes out, I might, put my foot in the RTS water again and check it out. So that's 2023 for you. Sometime in 2023.
I think it said first half of 2023. So
right,
sometime within the first 6 months. Hopefully sooner rather than later. I'm looking forward to Luz Lagoon. It's another Animal Crossing, Dinkum, Stardew Valley-esque, but 3D, real world simulator. And basically you're a bush pilot and you make deliveries, and I think it's a cute little game, and still it has that cartoony feel that Dinkum has and whatnot, and I think it's gonna be kind of right there with Coral Island, and it's gonna be a cute fun little game, and that's coming sometime next year.
Yeah, it looks fun. When I looked at it, not really something I'm probably gonna end up playing.
Right. But I will definitely be playing this game.
Yeah.
I got really excited when I seen that.
Hell yeah.
Another game I am excited about is actually out right now, and that's Settlement Survivor. There's a few people right now playing Farthest Frontier.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives me that vibe, but not as difficult, and a bit more on the artistic side, style-wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, colony management kind of game.
Yeah, like a city builder, colony, management.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of fun, and I'm thinking about it. I may pick it up and play it soon because it is in early access right now on Steam.
Yeah, colony sims are really, really awesome. I haven't played them quite enough, but I've definitely played my fair share of colony sims. There's so many different ones out there. There's so many. Right. I think one of the highest rated one is RimWorld.
RimWorld?
That's the top dog colony sim.
Banished. I think Banished is pretty big.
Banished is pretty big, yeah. And those are very popular games. There's so many people that play RimWorld, Banished. And there's always more colony sims, and they always have their own twist to them in some way.
They really do.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. And watching Farthest Frontier, I thought that might be a little over my head, but I think I could work my way around a Settlement Survivor. It looks like a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. Another colony sim is Gourd.
Gourd, yeah.
So here's another colony sim game. And Gourd is colony sim, but it looks a little bit more like they're more fantasy creatures, kind of. That's what it looks like to me, right? Maybe that it looks closer to Farthest Frontier than the Settlement Survival game that you just brought up. But it looks like more exploring and stuff, and it could be another good one that comes out. I don't know if they even said when it was going to be released.
I don't know if it has a release date yet or
Probably not a release date. I think it just says coming soon or something like that.
Yeah, or to TBA or something along those lines.
But yeah, colony sims can be time killers for sure. You can spend all day on this, and it's
very much a time sink, like Minecraft or something like that, where you play it and you think you've only been playing 20 minutes, you turn around, oh my god, the sun went down.
Oh yeah.
Who told the sun to go down in only 20 minutes? It's only been 20 minutes, right? So yeah, it's definitely one of those games that can grab you and hold your attention for long periods of time.
Speaking of time sinks, because my everybody's lives probably still feel like a time sink. I'm trying to figure out where time went, but Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah,
it's an old game, all right. Because I saw Sonic, I'm like, oh my god, I played Sonic a few years ago, and then I'm like, wait, no, I played Sonic 15 years ago on the original Xbox.
Right? Yeah. Sonic has been around the block for some time.
Yeah, obviously open world Sonic game.
Classic Sonic adventure.
Yeah, you go around and very cool world and doing all these crazy things as Sonic. It actually comes out November 8th.
Yeah, so that's going to be coming this year.
Very soon, very soon. I might play it. I might play it in November, but we'll see. I'm probably going to be too busy. We'll see. It's not like a game I'm going to go out of my way to grab. Right? It's going to be one of those games like if I have time to grab this game to play it and stuff, then maybe I'll get it, play it for a week.
Right.
So
a game that is very outside of my like ring, but I found to be, I think it's going to be really fun and funny, and that's SpongeBob the Cosmic Shake. It's a platformer, 3D platformer with a lot of action and comedy, and I'm not a SpongeBob fan in the slightest. I stopped watching Nickelodeon when SpongeBob came to the air, and heard that laugh one time, was like, yep, I'm too old for this now, and that's when I turned off Nickelodeon. That being said, when I seen this game, I don't know, it's just one of those things that grabs you, and it's like, why do I find this so fascinating? I don't know. Usually I hate this kind of stuff, but this one looks like a lot of fun, and I can't wait to dive into this SpongeBob world.
SpongeBob is a very iconic character, right? Everybody knows SpongeBob.
Love him or hate him, everybody knows.
Yeah,
him,
everybody knows SpongeBob and Patrick and Squidward, and so like
it looks like the whole cast of characters is going to be in this game as well.
And when do you have a release date, or is that just like something?
It just says it's coming soon. So yep, look forward to that.
I never even really watched SpongeBob either. I just I've never really been one to be on the whole cartoon gang. So just never really was my thing. I've always enjoyed more realistic looking things. Cartoons just never really caught my eye. Recently I've changed up a little bit. I've definitely caught myself either watching or playing more cartoony stuff. So who knows if, there's a couple people that want to play SpongeBob or something, and I get asked to play. I might play.
I don't know if it's multiplayer or not.
Oh, well, then I probably won't be playing.
I'm not sure. Let me look. I don't think it is. It might. It just says single player. I think it's gonna have some kind of a story mode on it.
Fair enough. That could be. It's definitely the type of game that would just be single player, I guess.
But I think we will be wringing ourselves out with laughter, just like Sponge. Get it? Oh God, that was bad. Tell us all about Dune, there, Nick.
Dune, the video game Dune. All right. So we've seen.
Yeah.
We've had the book. All right. Book was rated very good. I've wanted to go back and read that book, but I got a bookshelf full of books I haven't even read, so I need to work on that first. But then we had the movie come out. I actually watched the movie Dune, and spectacular movie. It was quite an eyesight, and it was really cool, very interesting story. And here we are. We have a game that's coming out in the Dune world. It's an open world survival MMO. It looks pretty good so far, but I don't want to...
Really good graphics, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to, hype myself up for this game. It's going to be like, it's on my radar, I'm going to eye it, I'm going to see what it's like, but, I've been victim of being hyped for a game, Cyberpunk, and, it comes out, and it's a big disappointment. I did enjoy playing Cyberpunk. Don't get me wrong. Cyberpunk was actually, like, even day one. I played through Cyberpunk when it first came out, and I was able to play through it. I didn't come across too many bugs or anything. But I was kind of let down from how they showed the world off. But I think if I didn't have that hype going into Cyberpunk, looking at all these trailers and looking how they were like, oh my God, look how amazing this game is. And I was like, oh my God, look how amazing this game is. I think if I didn't have that, I would have been blown away with Cyberpunk. And I think most people,
what you're saying.
I think most people would have felt that way.
So it got overhyped, and you're trying to not do that for Dune.
Yeah. There were like a lot of people that had problems with Cyberpunk. It was a very buggy launch. Mostly on like the old consoles. They actually had to like pull it from the PlayStation Store. So
okay.
But anyhow, Dune, I'm hoping for the best, but I'm not going to hype myself up over this game, and I'm going to try to forget about it until it comes out.
Try to just stay cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, exactly. I urge everybody to do the same thing, all right? Don't hype this game up, please.
Don't overhype it, because if it's overhyped, it'll just be a disappointment.
Yep.
We don't want that.
Yeah.
All right, so here's some red meat for the racers out there. Dakar Desert Rally, an arcade racer type multiplayer where you get thrown into the deserts of, like, I think Arabia or somewhere like that. And you get a start point, you get a finish point, and you got to figure out how to get there. That's the hardest mode, but it does have like the regular arcade mode with the checkpoints and whatnot. I've always enjoyed, Baja type game racers, so I'm looking forward to this one. And it is headed our way October 4th. So
I've
looking forward to playing that one really soon.
I'm kind of looking forward to seeing a good rally game come out, because I feel like the rally world isn't really that strong. There's been Dirt Rally, but even that I think is quite a few years old now. There used to be, God, I can't even remember what it was called. There was a really fun rally game back in the day that I enjoyed playing too. I can't quite grab the name. This was like over 10 years ago.
Gosh, I have no idea.
It was a really good game. I think it was way better than Dirt Rally, but anyhow, I haven't seen like a good rally game in a little while here, and I'm hoping maybe this game is, the game that kicks off rally again here that I can jump into. But saying what I said on Dune, I'm not gonna sit here and expect it. If it is, it is, and it's great, then I can get my rally love in again. But if not, then continue on. Life goes on.
I'm looking forward to it because they showed bikes, they showed cars, but they also showed like cab over trucks, like built for racing. And I think that's
trophy trucks
really
is,
exciting.
I think, yeah. So rally games are great.
A certain trucker DJ might find that really fun and interesting. Figure out how to wreck us all with a truck on the desert somewhere. I want to say there's like a icy desert map as well, which is really cool.
It looked like there was some snow, or ice or something. There was definitely something. So really cool weather differences with some of the maps, which is really exciting. So
absolutely.
Are you moving out?
Are you moving out?
Are you moving out?
I move out too.
Yeah. Well, you
can move out.
Yeah, I might move out too, but moving out too.
You might move out too.
Yeah,
moving out too.
It's a fun puzzle game.
Yeah, multiplayer.
There was Moving Out 1, obviously. All right, but I didn't move out.
No, Andy, I didn't play it. So.
But yeah, I wasn't moving out 1, but I might be moving out 2. So.
Yeah, I didn't move out the first time, but I think I will move out too.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's a really fun puzzle game where
multiplayer
got a bunch
game,
of different furniture and you move around and stuff. And this time, this one is gonna have online co-op, cross-platform, all that good stuff. Where the first one was only local co-op.
I feel like in today's day and age, most games, like 90% of games, should come out as multiplayer. I feel like that's the age we live in now. Because I know personally, I have turned my nose up at a lot of games that I didn't buy because they were just single player.
Yeah, I can preach that one. Same way. So, I think I would open up a game and I'd be like, oh my God, this looks amazing. And I'd think of some people I want to play it with. And then, no, single player. I'm like, damn
the
it.
biggest example I can give is like, I think it's Gold Rush or something like that. That game would be so amazing multiplayer, but it's stuck forever in a single player world.
Yeah. But.
And,
oh, well.
So yeah, gaming developers, make your games multiplayer. Gosh, you'll get more money for it, I promise.
Oh, yeah. But then again, like they have to think of a trade-off too from their end. Is it worth them to develop multiplayer, right? You know, there is that whole aspect too. So.
If it leads to more money, you know, and the world revolves around that these days.
Yeah, another single-player game. Because I'm high on life.
Oh, you're so high on life.
But no, like for real, high on life, the video game. All right.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. It's a shooter game. Has an interesting art style to it.
The gun talks back to you, and they have a foul mouth.
Funny.
Which makes me love it.
Funny. It's it has an Australian accent.
But there's cursing involved, so maybe you don't get your little grandson Timmy in on this.
It's not a children's game, but
no.
It's it may look like it because there's like, you know, a gun that looks like a frog and its eyes move around.
Colorful,
and very colorful, but
I tell you, these game developers, they have the hook up on some really powerful hallucinogenics to come up with stuff like this, I swear.
Oh, it was great though, like watching the trailer and everything, like so funny listening to some of the voice lines. But yeah, Australian accent, you already know. All right. If you know, you know, right?
Love it.
Release date's December 13th, and it's another single-player game. But this is one I'm going to be playing.
I'm a little sad that's single player, but I guess it makes sense that it's single player.
Yeah.
I doubt I'll get it, but I look forward to watching Nick or, you know, maybe someone else play it, but I'll definitely be watching Nick play it.
I'll be playing December 13th. I'm going to be...
Staying...
I'm pretty sure I finished school. Last day is December 14th, so I might just, you know,
you're finishing before you even start.
Well, for the semester, sorry, you know.
Yeah.
Like the last day of the semester. So. Sticking
in the vein of comedy, could there possibly be anything more hilarious than a Viking on a trampoline? This is another kind of like 2D game where you are a Viking and the goal is to stay on the trampoline. Now, it is multiplayer and you can either, you know, play King of the Mountain against your friends and try to knock them off their trampolines and be Viking King of the trampoline world. Or you can work together in some co-op formation and I think tackle bosses or whatnot. It looks really cool, really cute game. And it caught my eye, and I immediately thought, okay, playing this on a drinking stream night would be hilarious. So,
yeah, I agree with it. You brought it up, and I looked at it, and I was like, great, give me some drinks, give me a fun time, give me some friends. Let me just, you know, laugh my ass off. Because
pretty much,
it's
one of those type games, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't... Apart from, you know, a goat with a jetpack, I don't think it would get much sillier than a Viking on a trampoline. And it just says that one is coming soon.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully real soon.
Yeah.
I need that Viking on a trampoline in my life.
Oh, shit. Now, we have talked about this one prior, and it's been talked about in the past, but Minecraft Legends...
Yeah.
Got another trailer. All these games getting some good trailers. And this is another real-time strategy game.
There you go.
Which you get to control, you know, the mobs of Minecraft world. Obviously, there might be some different mobs. All right, it's a different game. Still has Minecraft in there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people... a lot of Minecraft fans get things misconstrued when another game comes out with the label Minecraft on it. And they're like, oh, that's not in Minecraft. Like, you know, the open world game that we all lovingly adore. That's not in Minecraft. And that's not in Minecraft. And it's like, hold on, Joe.
Yeah.
Keep your cookies. You know, this is a different game. Just because it says Minecraft doesn't mean it's going to be everything and nothing, you know, nothing outside the realm of Minecraft. The premise of it, from what I can loosely understand, is you got to build an army of skeletons and creepers and zombies to take on a piglin invasion from the Nether, which I think sounds awesome.
It sounds friggin' awesome. And yeah, you know, another RTS, so I want to jump into it. It looks like 2023 is going to be the year I get back into some RTSs and jump into these kind of games.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it because who doesn't like a good RTS where... can be frustrating at times, but I am all for the frustration. I play Factorio, and I like to get frustrated over it. So no. I enjoy playing Factorio and problem solving and trying to figure out, my way through that. And RTSs I find are kind of similar, where, you gotta be quick. You gotta know what to kind of do. You almost gotta know what to prioritize over other things in order to advance further and take out the other enemy bases, right? So
sounds incredible. I don't think I've ever played an RTS. I don't think I'd be any good at it. But I look forward to watching you be good at it when Minecraft Legends comes out next year.
I wouldn't say I'm good at RTSs. I just enjoy playing them.
Well, I'm sure you are going to be better than me, I don't recall ever playing a real-time strategy game. But speaking of frustrations, this is off the cuff a little bit. Having a lot of fun playing It Takes Two with Nick right now, but there have been some moments where I became incredibly frustrated in that game. Oh my gosh. Really enjoying it though. Can't wait to finish it. We were playing yesterday and unfortunately lightning decided to rain down on our fun. Fun was detected and the thunderstorm said no. But I look forward to jumping that back in and getting back into that real soon.
It was great because, I would go through and I would do my thing past the little puzzle thing. And it got to the point where I'm waiting and I'm like, I could grab a bag of popcorn and just sit here and just bunch of my popcorn, watching Wendy over here, try to get through it.
Try hard, struggle bus mode, especially with the baby blocks. Oh, God.
Oh, it was so good. Yeah, It Takes Two is a fun time.
I was ready to murder over that one level with the rotating baby blocks because I hate parkour.
It is an incredible game, though. Very cool, how everything comes together.
Really, really fun game. Yeah. Really enjoying it a lot.
Yeah. I want another game to come out kind of like that, in that
I do
aspect.
too.
I'm surprised I haven't seen anything from Gamescom this year. I hope some game comes out that's like that.
I feel like that would be a really great new genre to explore and do it, keep up the games where it's, co-op, but maybe go beyond that where you can play with two or more, like say up to four people on a game like that.
That would be hectic. That would be really like Overcooked kind of stuff. Everyone yelling and screaming.
Let's go. You know what? I have a bunch of games that aren't necessarily for me, but they may be for you. Maybe you will find these interesting. Aliens Dark Descent comes out next year, and it is. Didn't write any notes for this game because I'm a dingbat. I'm just
this
going
one
to
was.
Talk while I look this up.
You said Aliens Dark Descent, right?
Yeah.
I think this one was released or shown at what do you call that? Summer Game Fest. And this was actually on my list. I talked about this game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I talked about Aliens Dark Descent, Summer Game Fest. Mm-hmm. And actually, I don't know why I didn't come across this game again. But yeah, this is on my radar for sure. It looks.
It says this is an RTS. It says action strategy, action adventure RTS 3D.
Yeah, it looks like a really good game. Like I'm pretty sure it's a top-down game. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like another really fun one.
The gripping journey of aliens. Who doesn't like aliens and space?
Yeah.
So that doesn't float my boat, but it might float yours.
Like I said, it looks like the year of RTSs apparently. So.
Yeah, really. 2023 is gonna be a big year for RTS. Sounds like.
Yeah. Coming back from the dead, literally, is Dead Island 2. Which, funny enough...
Dead not island.
Yeah, it's not on an island. Dead Island 2 is in L.A.
In L.A., Hollywood,
which a lot of people
baby.
make a joke that, it's going to be an island one day. After a few more earthquakes.
They've been saying it since, California's going to fall into the ocean one of these days. It's the Sodom and Gomorrah of America, all that sinning out there, God's just gonna slide it off into the Pacific Ocean.
It's either gonna be an island or it's gonna be under the ocean. We never know, right?
Yeah, one of the two. But yeah, Dead Island's getting a sequel. Looks really good.
The first Dead Island was pretty good. It was a pretty banger of a game. I played it, and I enjoyed it. And
I feel like I rented it from a red box. That's how. How old is that game, right? How old is it?
It's like
OG
10
Dead
years
Island?
old, I think. It's like 10 years.
I'm fairly certain I rented that from a red box and played it for a few nights before like taking it back.
Yeah, 2011. So
I
11
vaguely remember that. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, so it looks like a really good game. It could be, a fantastic zombie shooter game. So it's one of those zombie games where I'm pretty sure you collect items and like loot items and stuff, and then you can sell it for better weapons and whatnot. But yeah, LA. Lots of gore, lots of fun stuff, lots of shooting, zombies, blah, 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 blah.
It looked like there wasn't if I recall in the footage, there wasn't as much shooting as there was like melee.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So because Dead Island, because you got to loot, you kind of got to preserve your ammo or you're going to run out of it. Or you're going to be low on ammo all the time, so you got to melee. So that's kind of where it comes from until you can gather enough ammo and stuff and loot enough to shoot. So yeah.
Another title. It's like another thriller psychological horror game. Not necessarily for me, but you might like it. It's Alone in the Dark. Super creepy. I think it's based in like the kind of like Louisiana, New Orleans type area. That's the feel, the vibe I get from it anyway. It's published by THQ. Which I've never had a bad thing to say about them. I think they're an awesome game developer, and I think that one doesn't quite have a release date, but yeah, it looks scary. It looks like a really spooky game.
I want to dive into some spooky games and stuff. I haven't played them in a little while, and I think they're great games. I have played scary games in the past, Outlast, and there's been a few other ones, but
played Resident Evil one time and never played another horror game since.
So this year, come October, I want to actually play like Resident Evil, and I want to jump into all these new like thriller horror games that are coming out. So I actually got a couple more horror games on my list that I'm looking forward to.
All right, let's dive into them.
I'm gonna talk about the one that's I'm not looking forward to as much, but I'm still looking forward to it. But EXP War Trauma. EXP, short for experience, because you're going to experience many different stories. That's what the developers say. But for now, we're experiencing war trauma. So it's a horror game played as a World War II soldier. And, you got riddles and puzzles to kind of work your way through.
Yeah.
And a lot of exploration as well. So in between all this stuff, you're going to have a lot of jump scares and different things to scare you.
Boy.
So demo is out right now for this game. You can actually download the demo and try it out. But it says that it's coming soon. Because the demo's out, I feel like it's going to come out actually kind of shortly, like maybe in the next couple months.
Yeah, before the Halloween season.
So I'm opting not to do the demo, and I'm just going to wait for the full release date.
Yeah, there you go.
Just play the whole game through. But yeah, another spooky game that looks awesome. So, and then building on from that, the next game that I got my eyes on as well is Layers of Fears. There was two older games. They were called Layers of Fear, like singular, not plural. And I heard they were okay. They were, they're good, whatever. But we got a new one coming out.
I think this is the one we were watching a bunch of trailers in preparation for the show last night, and I think it was this trailer I watched, and I was like, "Whoa, oh hell no!" That I think I said that would be a psychological horror. Like it is like insanely crazy.
It's actually labeled as a psychedelic horror, which is quite interesting. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, which can maybe be confusing or whatnot, but it's crazy. The story, they say it's immersive storytelling, and it's actually about artists. Something to do with artists. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. Like
here it is. They're obsessed with their crafts beyond reason and sanity. So like it's wicked. The trailer is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it shows like these paintings chained up and like there's this piano, and it is very intense.
Yeah, and to build on from that too, it's going to be on Unreal Engine 5. So it's going to have the insane graphics. You know, it's going to have that ray tracing in Unreal Engine 5 as well, right?
It is going to be incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Insane.
So this is a really good game that I'm looking forward to, and it's coming out sometime early next year. So another 2023 title. So
there you go. Another game that, you know, not necessarily for me, you may like, it's called Solstice. It is a hack and slash character action exploration game where you explore a dark world brimming with hidden mysteries and master a diverse combat system. Got some really crazy looking bosses, and it's coming of age dark fantasy story with fast paced action, vicious enemies, and spectacular boss fights. So if that sounds like you know, that's your cup of tea, well, belly up and you can play the demo now with the release date planned for September 20th. So yeah, in a few weeks.
There you go. More raiders or marauders?
Marauders, yeah.
Marauders. It's another game. It's a shooter game. I think it's a first-person shooter. Yeah, first-person shooter. And it takes place in space, it looks like. It really reminded me of Escape from Tarkov because it says raid, loot, escape. Escape from Tarkov is literally that. You raid, loot, escape. You go in, you try to, you know, loot up your character, and you have to escape. Otherwise, you don't get all that. You don't get any of the gear that you looted. I don't know if it's going to be exactly like Escape from Tarkov, but if it is, this could be quite a popular game because Escape from Tarkov has been a very, very popular game on the Twitch page. Always up there, always people playing it. I think it's died off recently, but for a long time it was just huge. It says you can have squads of up to 4 players, so could be a really good co-op game where you go in with your squad. And early access starts in October.
There you go. Is that like a free, like, or like you know, buy it for early access, or you gotta sign up for anything?
No idea.
No idea.
Because early access starts in October, all right? No idea. But it looks Escape from Tarkov-ish.
Right.
So.
And like I said, a lot of people like that game, so that may that may tickle some backbones for sure.
I never got into it, but I could see the pull on it. It looks
like a good game. Yeah. I don't think I'd play it, but it looks like it's going to be a good solid game in that.
Oh yeah.
But Miasma, it's an action strategy tactical RPG game that is really creepy because you got this dude whose head is in like this fishbowl thing, and he's the mayor or governor or something, and you're in this town, and it really post-apocalyptic, I guess you could say, type setting. Looks really good. Like I said, I don't think I'll play it, but you know, I did want to give it its time. So, let's see, from the creators of Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden comes a beautifully crafted tactical adventure you won't forget. So yeah, I think it could be a good one.
Is there any other games that you might want to play, or? Because I got a couple more here that I'm actually looking forward to.
Okay.
Atlas Fallen, I think, is another big one that people are looking forward to. Mm-hmm. Atlas Fallen is an action RPG where you are like a sandmaster. You become like a sandmaster. You got these shape-shifting weapons,
really
like, from
cool
sand and
game.
stuff, and you know, take on these fantasy monsters, and it looks like some of them are actually made of sand as well. It looks incredible. It really looks like a really good game, and it looks like something that I would very much enjoy playing. I haven't. Here's the funny thing, though. My past experience, you know, with playing video games has been your generic gamer.
Right.
For a long time. I was the gamer, you know, Call of Duty. Many people grew up on Call of Duty. Battlefield, you know, I played some Battlefield, you know, I played Grand Theft Auto. I played the generic games that everybody goes out and plays.
The big AAA titles, yeah.
But what I never really went out and played was like these other like the fantasy games, you know, the action RPGs, you know. I didn't play much World of Warcraft. I played a little bit. I didn't play some of the recent ones. I haven't played Elden Ring. I want to play Elden Ring. I haven't played like some of these really good games that, you know, the more hardcore gamers go in and usually play.
Right.
But I'm looking to change that up. I want to change it up because these games are catching my attention. I want to get in there and I want to get on the action and freaking dive into some more story-driven games, right?
Yeah.
And play. So next year, I think, is going to be a good gaming year anyway for me. So
gonna be gonna explore outside, you know, the normal realm of what you usually like to play. That's really good.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I want to change gears up a little bit. So, but yeah, there's another action RPG that I'm looking forward to coming out next year. Is The Lords of the Fallen. It's a very dark fantasy game. It's got like skeletons and these dark creatures, and it kind of reminds me of another game I haven't played, which is popular, but I've seen people play it, as Dark Souls, which is a very, very popular game for those that like that dark fantasy. And Lords of the Fallen, there was actually an older game, I think 2014, that was, you know, similar. It's kind of based off of that or built from it anyway, but it doesn't look like it was rated all that good. So I have no idea. This is another game that comes out next year that, you know, I'm going to wait and see what the reviews are kind of like for this game. Yeah. Before I'm like, okay, you know, if it's good, then I'm going to dive in. I'm going to be like, all right, let's try it out. All right. So, but yeah, those are two action RPG games that I'm kind of looking forward to seeing next year.
So while you're expanding your gaming footprint, I'm, you know, staying close to home with this one, this Brewmaster Simulator, beer brewing simulator. That's what it is it is what it says it is.
Yeah.
You get to go in and craft your own home brew and, you know, simulate what it is like to be like a beer crafter,
I think those kind of games are awesome. Freaking awesome.
I love those kind. I'm a very, very, you know, much in the simulator world.
Yeah.
I love my simulators. So
Yep.
This one was showed off at Gamescom, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it is planned release date of September 29th of this year.
There you go. And there's actually, you know, like that food truck simulator game, too, coming out in September.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I did play the demo for that, and I did quite enjoy it. But it just looks like, you know, based on the timing and stuff, I'm not going to have time to play that game, unfortunately. So
yeah,
I'm going to enjoy watching people play it. I'm just going to pull up some streams. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll be coming. I'll be playing that.
Yeah.
Just because isn't it done by the same people who did a Gas Station Sim?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I really enjoyed Gas Station Sim, so I look forward to playing their food truck game. They also have a diner game coming next year as well, so that should be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. A game that's coming out next year that it's another one where, like, you know, if I have nothing to play and I'm looking for a game to pick up and play, this is going to be one that, you know, catches my eye, but, you know, it's kind of out of my gaming range. It's called Where Winds Meet. It's an open world RPG, and it's based on Chinese history and mythology. So it looks like quite a story to be told in that one. A lot of fun mechanics and whatnot that you can use. The trailer was very interesting to watch. So
yeah, really, really good looking trailer.
Yeah, really cool art style and everything. So I haven't really seen a whole lot of, crazy big games come out of the Chinese atmosphere. They're kind of they're more niche or very small or whatever. But we might see some Chinese developers kind of bring their way over here to the North Americas, and we might see some good games, right? So
I'm down.
Like even like the Japan and stuff. Like there was Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know how to say it properly, but I think that was a Japanese game, and it was only on PlayStation. If that game came to PC, I would buy it.
Give it a go.
I would buy it. I would buy it and play it, but because it's supposed to have a wicked storytelling experience. So
yeah, it was a really good looking trailer, and while I don't think I'd play it, I would likely, enjoy watching someone play that game. Especially like if it's introducing like, mythology and lore, I eat that stuff up. I love it. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Oh yeah.
Another game that may be surprising to some people that I am really, really, really looking forward to is AEW Fight Forever. Now, if you are if you were a kid growing up in the late 90s, and you were a WCW or a WWE fan, you likely played some of the best wrestling games ever made. They were made by THQ. And THQ is getting back in the wrestling game with this AEW title, and I simply cannot wait, because those were some of my favorite Nintendo 64 games back in the day. And I'm really looking forward to this one. It doesn't have a release date yet, but it should be coming soon. So really excited about that.
Oh yeah, I've never really been into fighting games. I don't see myself ever being into them, but to each their own, right? If there's a good fighting game coming out, then
another long-lasting fighting title is Street Fighter 6, and it'll be coming sometime in 2023.
Nice. Oh yeah. Like there's a lot of fighting games that I know a lot of people would go crazy on. There's the Street Fighter, and then there was God, what was that other one? Mortal Kombat, another big fighting game, right? So.
Oh yeah. Oh, I played a lot of Mortal Kombat back in the day.
I think for Mario and stuff, there was Super Smash Bros, right? So.
Yep.
But yeah, never really got too into those games. They're button smasher games to me, right?
Yeah. Like I would
you just smash
my cousin knows all the codes, so he'd kick my butt every time.
Yeah. It's whoever can smash like the button combos, quicker.
Faster. Yeah. Pretty much.
So not really my cup of tea, but
not my cup of tea, but those definitely have their followers and players as well.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be games.
That's right. Yeah.
That's the great thing about video games is there is literally a video game for everybody. There really is.
For everyone. From the boomer to the zoomer.
Exactly, right?
I know my mom has all kind of games she plays on her iPad there, and she'll be like, "Oh, I'm playing this one," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm got bored of that, so I'm on to this now," And I know she
awful, though.
I know she isn't alone in that. I hear a bunch of people talking about their parents or their grandparents playing games on their phone or on their tablet, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of games that cater to, the older generation too. You got The Sims, right? The Sims is always, there for anybody, because I played it as a kid, and my mom was playing at the same time I was playing as a kid, right? So, it's very cool. Like I would do a lot of different things. I'd be the person that goes in and removes the ladder from the pole and. And starve the people, put them in a room and remove the door and all that. So, I was that kind of Sims player when I was a kid. But then, my mom, on the other hand, would be like redesigning our house, in the Sims game. So,
that was my favorite thing to do, was to build houses. I built houses like crazy. And up until Sims 4, I would say I was a pretty damn good builder. Like, it's just something I would literally sketch these houses out on, paper beforehand before I even loaded up the game. So I knew exactly what I was going to do. And, just the attention to detail and the way you could really customize everything. So much fun.
Yeah.
There's rumors circling about Sims 5, but we don't have any news on that at this point.
No news on Sims 5, but, it'll come when it comes. So.
Yeah, another kooky little crazy game, Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop, is a simulator puzzle type game, and you come down to Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop for all your roguelite spaceship repair simulation needs. So it looks like it could be a cute little game. I doubt I'll play it, but just throwing its due diligence here, and it will be out soon-ish, as they say on Steam. So,
yeah, Gamescom is such a huge event. Like, there's so many games that they were talking about, right? So
yeah, like
it was over the course of like 4 days. So yeah,
and it's not just all AAA titles. They from the biggest to the biggest to the smallest to the small. I feel like they did a pretty good job.
I think
the games.
Some indie games are some of the best games ever.
Absolutely, 100%.
I have thrown a lot of shade at a lot of AAA game titles on the podcast, right?
Yes,
I'm sure you guys,
which I have too.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
we could bash them every other week if we wanted to. Just a whole episode on bashing.
100%. Like AAA. Like, I don't even understand that. I don't even understand the title given to AAA.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, who comes up with this stuff and says, "Yeah, this is a AAA title," because they have a lot of money? Is like that's the only thing, right? But
back in the 90s, a lot of these, developers put out really good games, and they're kind of slacking now and just going off of their, past and saying, "Here, play this, it'll be awesome, give us your money," and you get a shit game.
Yeah, now all they gotta do is throw some loot boxes into the game and say, "We're making money, we don't care how the game is," Hey, they're buying Loot Crate boxes, we're good. We're made our money.
They're making their money. That's all they care about.
And then they
probably care less about the gamer's satisfaction or interaction.
Yeah, they probably look at these bug reports and going like, this is the publishers, obviously, these big dogs that publish a game and don't care about the development at all. They're sitting there and going like, yeah, bug report, whatever.
Right.
Losers. That's how I feel anyway, as a gamer of these games. They used to be great, Call of Duty, great. But there's a lot more in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years where, they're just not as good. So buggy, so everything, right? Just to make that money. Battlefield,
like a half-ass game.
The last couple Battlefields have been dog. Which they used to be fantastic games. Some of the best games out there. So I don't know. I don't get AAA stuff. Whatever. I love my indie games. They're great.
I do too. I would consider SCS an indie developer.
It is an indie developer, yeah.
They listen to their community, and they put a lot of thought into their development. And I bought American Truck Simulator on day one, and I've got near almost 3,000 hours in that game, so having fun with it. So yeah.
Factorio, another indie game, and I think it's arguably the best game of all time.
Of course you would say that, greatest of all time.
I truly think it's probably how it works, how everything runs. It's out there to be the greatest game of all time. But
I feel like if I was to give a game that title, it would have to be very versatile. And you would need the means to turn it into anything you wanted to. So for that reason, I'm giving greatest of all time title to Minecraft. Minecraft's getting the greatest of all time title.
Fair enough.
A few more titles here. You got Metal Hellsinger coming out September 15th. Looks like a pretty good game, along with Moonbreaker coming out September 29th. And Wanted Dead coming February of 2023. There's some more titles that aren't necessarily for me, but you might be interested in. And don't forget that all of these games that we have talked about have some kind of trailer in some way, shape, or form that was showed off at Gamescom. And you can find them on YouTube.
Metal Hellsinger is actually a really... people are looking forward to that game a lot. I know that's a popular one.
Yeah, they are.
And I actually kind of forgot about that game for a bit there. But, yeah, it looks really good. It's like a rhythm game. And I might play it. I might play it,
it's
right?
A first-person shooter. Yeah, very atmospheric.
But, like, I think... There's a lot of like metal music, and you kind of just jam out and like slay these things. Like I remember the trailer for this. I remember watching the trailer for this on Gamescom, and it looks like one hell of a game to just sit down and just go through it and just have a great time, right?
Hell yeah!
So just shoot shit.
Did you have any other titles?
I got no more titles on my list. I had quite a list of titles, and I was like,
yeah,
oh,
I did too. I'm pretty dry on the title department. Some nice little updates, though. I hope I didn't get this confused, because, we're getting into what I affectionately term the Burr months. September, October, November, December. It's like, God, this year is going by quick. So hopefully I'm not getting any of this wrong. But the next world update in Microsoft Flight Simulator is going to be Canada. And it should be coming September of 2022.
Canada!
Canada update.
Yeah, I'm from Canada, if y'all don't know.
Yeah,
hey.
Resident Canadian in the house.
Yeah, I got my Timmies up here, eh?
Yeah, see, GBBS, it's international. It crosses country lines here.
Yeah, so, like... You better watch what you say about the fellow Canadians up here.
We're worldwide.
Look, we might be all nice and polite and stuff from, what you guys may think, but don't worry, let me just hop in my car and we're going to be the most nasty people on the planet.
I have a lot of smile and apologies by day and raging, road rage lunatics by night.
Oh, yeah.
In a November update of Flight Simulator, we're finally going to get helicopters and classic planes such as the first Wright Brothers plane and the Spirit of the St. Louis, the one old what's-his-face flew in around the world, I think, or was it just a transatlantic flight? I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know that.
So that's coming soon. And of course, we've got Texas to look forward to. No release date on that. I still think tentative of first quarter of 2023. Maybe we'll get it in December. Who knows? Or November.
I feel like
December.
It's gonna be a beginning of December release, but
that'd be good. I'd be down for that.
That's just what I got. I'm putting my my eggs in that basket of of things to think about. But I'm just gonna go December. If it doesn't, that doesn't. But, if I'm right, I feel good, right? So.
Right, yeah. I feel like we're going to get the next ETS2 DLC sometime November, December, and then I feel like Texas is going to follow somewhere around March, April. But I could I don't have any connections to SES, Nah,
listen.
At all. Because it seems like everyone knows, I know someone that works at SCS, and they say Texas is coming in 2 weeks, and I'm like, oh my god.
All I gotta say is, if a Euro Truck DLC comes out before Texas, I'm gonna be baffled, because they've been showcasing Texas years before a long time before the DLC for Euro Trucks even showcased.
Right.
Which is actually just a couple months ago. So, yeah.
So, what are you most excited about coming away from Gamescom?
Liza P, probably.
Liza P.
I
think that game, that's another one, gotta try to keep your hype meter down a little bit, but I think it has tremendous potential. Looks really, really good.
Like, I don't know, like there's a lot of really good games that are, gonna be coming out that it looks like. I think we're at the point where like, we've had, the world in a funny place for a little bit now. A lot of delays, a lot of cancellations on a lot of things, a lot of crazy crap happen. And I think we're finally
upside down land,
yeah, we're finally kind of pulling ourselves out of that. Things are opening up. We're kind of, getting out there and getting back to our work life and our normal everyday lives a little bit more, right? So I think this 2023 is going to be the year where games kick off again, where we get back on schedule and we see all these crazy cool games that were supposed to come out in the last couple of years finally make it to the market.
Yeah, it's going by like all these releasing in 2023. It does seem like it's going to be a pretty big year for the gaming industry. So it's really excited about that. My most excited takeaway from Gamescom: SpongeBob. I don't know why, but when I watched that game, it's like SpongeBob threw out a fish, reel and hooked me and
That's so
got
funny.
me hook, line, and sinker. Like,
that's funny.
Of all the games, like that one just really spoke to me for whatever. Because, like I said, first time I heard his laugh, I was like, that is so cringy. I don't like it. Turning it off. I'm going from Nickelodeon to HBO. Gotta watch me some sex stuff now, instead of cartoons on Nickelodeon. Because like this talking sponge and a pineapple, like, come on, that's too far gone. You went too far, Nickelodeon. So that's when I turned Nickelodeon off. But it just looks like a really cute game, and maybe it will help me, get back some of the reflexes that I'm severely lacking in playing A Way Out right now. A Way Out? It Takes Two with Nick right now.
Yeah, I think you should totally broaden out your range a little bit and check out these other games, right? So
absolutely,
they're really fun games. It's incredible. Broaden your range on gaming, really. When you play something that
we
like
could do a whole episode on that too.
100%. Like when you play something that's a little bit different, you kind of have this wow factor there, right? You're kind of blown away, like, oh my god, I've been missing out on this.
Discovering something for the first time, that's a very unique feeling.
Yeah. Speaking of, the first time thing, like I wish I could experience BioShock for the first time.
Yeah.
So I think having a game that tells a story kind of like that and have such a good art style is something that I'm looking forward to seeing from gaming. And Liza P is one of the only games out there that has the potential to be that. So, and I'm only saying it has a potential because I'm not gonna say it's going to, right? Otherwise, my hopes and whatnot are gonna be crushed if it's not that game.
Keep the hype on simmer. Let's not have it boil over.
But yeah, that's one of the main games that I see that has a potential for that type of stuff. So, Hogwarts Legacy is like another really good game that has the potential to be something big, but again, no idea until it comes out and we see. So, but other than that, all the other games are just, your typical games that come out, your RPG games and stuff that, people will enjoy and play and, they're over. So,
I think we have a exciting send-off for 2022 to look forward to, as well as a lot of fun and interesting titles coming in 2023. Just a few critiques of Gamescom. I hosted the opening night live. That was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that. We'll probably do that again next year, because why not? It was a lot of fun watching the opening night with everyone from the stream. It did feel like it was over-commercialized from watching all the other days after the first opening night. Like, they were running the IGN commercials through the ground. And, like, the same ones over and over. And then, they would talk for 10 minutes instead of, like, I would rather have, like, a brief discussion about a game than move on to the next game, That's what I like to see at a Gamescom. But, they had a few connection problems as well, and it was dropping quite a bit for the like second, third, and fourth day. But the cool thing about it about Gamescom was, though, everyone was back together again. The communities of these of the gaming community as a whole showed out and came together once again, and it looked like a blast. I would love to go to one of these conventions one day, and they had a segment live from the Gamescom floor, which was really, really cool.
Hell yeah. I think you should also host or do a stream of the Game Awards in December.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool. I think those are awesome.
I think we should both do it.
I don't know if I with how my internet is, I don't know if it's like watching. I don't know.
It's something to. We'll see. That's we still have a few months before we get there. It's definitely something to kick around for sure, though.
But yeah, like the Game Awards is awesome. It's kind of like the Oscars for video games.
Right. Yeah.
So where you get the game developers on stage with their award and they give out their speech and stuff. It's so awesome, right?
They gave out some awards at Gamescom, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, they got that kind of stuff for audience voting for the most. I don't know. There was a couple ones like most anticipated games or something from the release.
Yeah. Yep.
That they showed from Gamescom. So very neat. But yeah, Games Award is awesome. That's where we get to see the winner for Game of the Year. So
yeah,
I'm excited to see what it is this year. I don't know. Spider-Man Remastered might be nominated. I feel like it will be nominated at least. I think Stray is going to be nominated.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else released this year. I'm having some difficulties trying to figure out what was released this year.
What about games that are releasing soon, like Gotham Knight?
Yeah, so there's a weird changeover. I think it's only in December, so that one's actually going to, if that's in October, it should be on the list. But I'm pretty sure games that are released in December actually carry over into next year, but Gotham Knights is on October, so... yeah, I think that will be on slate for Game of the Year. So,
yeah, it'll be interesting. It always is. See what.
But I think for sure that Stray and Spider-Man Remastered is going to be up on the nomination list.
Hell yeah, both really good games. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, very good games. Stray was a really fun game. Yeah, actually. So
it was fun watching you play that game.
Oh yeah,
playing as a cat, knocking stuff over.
It was an interesting take on a game. I thought it was very unique, very well done. And I'm looking forward to like either DLC or a second Stray game.
I was gonna say it was a little short though, don't you think?
It was short, but it was very content filled. Very content filled short time. Okay. So still worth the money. You feel like you feel like you got your money's worth. 100%. It wasn't even a full price game. It was like $30 game. And I beat it in 4.5 hours.
There you go.
You can 100% it and probably take 5, 6, 7 hours on it. But yeah, worth the money and worth the experience for sure.
So Spider-Man and Stray gets Nick's seal of approval?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
I wanted to say, too, a lot of the games we've talked about today will be out on Game Pass day one.
Yeah.
I wish I would have kept note of that for everyone. I'll try to do better next year. But, yeah, if you put it on your Steam wish list or wherever, and before you buy it, check the Xbox store. If you have Game Pass, you might be able to play it for free. I want to say even games like Life of P was gonna be released day
probably.
One on Game Pass.
There's usually a lot of games that go on Game Pass, but bear in mind, I think there's 2 tiers to the Game Pass. I think there is 2 tiers. There's a Game Pass Ultimate and a Game Pass like regular or whatever. I'm not sure if there's certain games I think are only on Game Pass Ultimate. I'm pretty sure that's how they do these subscription things. So, but me personally, I like purchasing my game on Steam. That's what I've always liked.
You like having your game.
Well, yeah. It's not just that. It's like having it integrated with Steam, like Steam Achievements and Steam and just everything on Steam, because Steam is the greatest platform of all time.
Steam is by far and away my favorite game launcher, without a doubt.
I think everybody's on PC.
Yeah, and my least favorite's Origin.
Oh God, I don't like Epic Games either.
I don't mind Epic. It does. I know it bothers a lot of people for whatever reasons. I don't mind it. It's probably my second favorite to Steam. But it seems like we are getting more and more game launchers every year. Like, it's like, oh, you got to go download this game. You bought this game on Steam, but you got to download this game launcher to play it. And it's just like,
oh my God, literally. Like, I wish we could, if a game comes out, if it's launchable from Steam, that's it. You don't have to go through this other game launcher. Like, why can't they just... Oh my God, right? So, but I don't know. We'll see. What I was really happy to see though was most of these games, like majority of these games that we saw released from Gamescom are going to be out on Steam day one. I was so happy to see that. I would type them into Steam and they came up on Steam. And I was excited to see that because I know seeing games in the past, there was a lot of times it's console exclusive or it's,
oh, I know.
Or just Xbox or just PlayStation or it's Epic Games.
Nintendo Switch exclusive,
or EA Play or whatever, right? Or any of the stuff. But Steam, like, I think developers are really seeing now that we don't want these other game launchers. They're going to be more successful on Steam. Yeah, even if that means a little bit more of a price cut, right? Like
Ubisoft, I have their launcher. I do need it for something I play, but I play it so rarely that I'm like, man.
Yeah. Like even the Call of Duty, they had like an agreement or something with Blizzard. They only have it on the Battle.net launcher. So the last few Call of Duties were on that launcher, and now the new one is going to be on Steam. So I'm like, yes.
Good. Finally.
Going back to Steam again.
Yeah. Because Steam is, as far as I'm concerned, that's where it's at for video games. It's the core.
Yes. That's it's the main hub. The main hub. It's like it's like the Grand Central Station, the terminal, right?
There you go. That's the terminal. Yeah. Terminus.
Yeah. So that's what it is. So it's where everything is routed through and everything is like this is the good stuff right here.
That's it right there.
So
all right. Well, unless you have anything else you want to talk about?
When these games come out.
There you go.
When these games come out, I want to talk about them when I play them.
There you go. Well, I'm sure we will.
Yeah. I'm excited to see these games come out. Like the end of this year is going to be nuts. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to finish my school. I'm like, all right, finish the schoolwork. And then I'm like, all right, now I got all this time to play these games. Let's go. I'm going to try to pound out school as fast as I can. So I have a little bit more time to spend on these video games. So
until one of those good-looking Canadian gals catches his eye, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, you got time for a podcast? Okay, gotta go. Bye."
Oh my God! No, it's gonna be like, all right, so you're limited to 1 day a week. This is how I run a business.
Sure. But yeah. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, we will be talking about these games as they come out and release, and we get to play them. I will be diving into Call of the Wild, the Angler tomorrow.
That just came out today, I think, right?
A new fishing game came out today. I was gonna play it today, but had some stuff I had to tend to this morning, and I absolutely crashed when I got home. So we'll do some fishing tomorrow. Looking forward to that, and yeah, this has been the Gamescom's footage for Games Broadcasts and BS Special Edition. We'll be back with you next week for the regularly scheduled programming. We didn't really have any of the broadcasting and the bullshit this week, but we had a really fucking huge G, and I think that may be the first time I ever said the F word on this podcast, so I'm putting an exclamation mark on that G.
Do I have to make this one explicit now? God damn it.
Oh, fuck, shit, I didn't think about that.
Hey, calm down now, okay? They're gonna boot our podcast out of here.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, no, please do email us at GBBS podcast at gmail.com.
Email us. Yeah, what your takeaways from Gamescom and what you're looking for that's going to be coming up for the rest of 2022 and looking into 2023.
Well, again, just games in general, all right? We love to hear about your games, your life, all right? Anything to do with you, all right? We love it. We love to see
comments, plead the fifth questions. We're open, that email box, I want to see it full. So send us some emails.
We're open for business, all right?
Open for business. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
All right, so let's plaster in their faces where they can find us, because we didn't do it at the beginning of this episode. So let's.
Yeah, we didn't. I kind of got on, it's kind of getting preachy there, like, games are so awesome, and I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah, but, it's okay. It's okay.
My name is Wendy. You can find me at twitch.tv/BravoChick or at BravoChick10 on Twitter and Instagram.
And over here, you got your boy Nickinator15. Basically, anywhere your thumbs can go on your phone, or your fingers can click on your mouse on your computer. Except for OnlyFans, all right? I'm going to keep telling you, all right? Don't look me up on there, all right? Because if you find Nickinator15 on there, it's not me. And I'm sorry.
You might get a surprise.
But I'm also, I'm just the real Nickinator on Instagram. So
there you go.
Don't be looking for Nickinator15 on Instagram, because you're going to find a hacked account that somebody took from me.
Yeah.
So
sad face.
But you're going to look at the profile picture, and it's not a profile picture that you would recognize from me. And I didn't make it that. So look for my real, the real Nickinator.
Nickinator.
Yes.
There you go.
All right.
And that's going to conclude this. Yeah, that concludes this episode. I just want to give a shout out and thanks to everyone that listens to this here podcast. And odds are, if you like it, your friends and family will like it too. So share it up and give us some 5-star reviews, and we'll see you next week.
Tell your friends, your family, your dog,
share it. Get it out there.
Your turtle, your anything, right? Just tell the wild animals outside and the birds that go by.
Show her. Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
tell them.
Look how cool these people are. Yeah.
Check out GBBS podcast, because it's the only place that you want your ears to listen, right?
That's right. All things games, broadcasting, and BS.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. Anyhow, it's been a pleasure. All right, and
absolutely.
We'll catch you guys later.
See you next week.
Peace.
Bye.